crazy, or cool animal trainers. Number 9. Cruel intentions. Now, the trainers in this story really aren't cool, but they are cruel. Ty the elephant starred in the film Water for Elephants alongside Reese Witherspoon and Robert Pattinson, but the female pachyderm was hardly given star treatment. A video revealed that Ty was severely mistreated by trainers using stun guns and beaten with bullhooks in order to learn various stunts for the movie. The company that employed the animal trainers involved claimed no abuse was inflicted upon the animal cast of the movie, and 20th Century Fox, which released the film, apparently had no comment on the matter. Number 8. Take a look at some amazing pictures from an aquarium in northern China. Trainers there led giant white whales through a series of routines that might make even the most talented dancers envious. The animals coordinated effortlessly as they twisted and posed into various shapes alongside the trainers. The whales could be seen waving at the audience and forming heart-like shapes underwater. At one point, the whales and human trainers could be seen engaging in a trans-species kiss of sorts. The show is presented annually at the aquarium at Harbin Pole Aquarium and attracts audiences from around the world. Number 7. Royal treatment. It looks like being crowned king or queen of the jungle comes with some unexpected perks. A trainer at an animal park near Pretoria, South Africa, took matters into his own hands when he gave a foot massage to a lion. You can see the lion seems to be all blissed out on the floor as the animal trainer gave the big cat's paws a workout. We couldn't find any reason for why exactly this guy felt the need to perform this function on such a potentially dangerous animal. Was he just a good Samaritan? Or did he have a death wish? Number 6. Stephen Miller. 39-year-old Stephen Miller was an animal trainer and wrangler. In 2008, he was making a promotional video with a 7-foot 6-inch, 700-pound bear named Rocky. But while rehearsing a stunt, Rocky suddenly lunged for Miller, sinking his teeth into the trainer's neck. The other two trainers first tried to pull the animal off, then used pepper spray to bring it under control. But Miller was dead within minutes of the attack. The death was ruled accidental, and Rocky was not ordered to be euthanized. Strangely enough now, Rocky was best known for his appearance as Dewey the Killer Bear in the movie Semi-Pro. Number 5. Swimming with tigers. So if you're going to train big cats, maybe this is the safest way to do it. Train the big cats while they're still little. But even baby tigers can weigh around 200 pounds, and that's why handlers at an animal park in South Carolina join the critters in the water as they monitor the progress. Did you know that tigers have a natural ability to swim? They have webbing between the toes that makes the feet function like flippers. The animal park decided to show off that aspect of the creatures to audiences in a pool filled with 100,000 gallons of water. It's considered a rare opportunity to see these animals in an underwater habitat. However, the trainers say it's inadvisable to swim with tigers once they're over a year old. As they grow to 8 feet long and weigh over 500 pounds, their swim time with humans becomes understandably limited. Number 4. Animal handlers specializing in training elephants obviously have a huge job, but sometimes the pachyderms can teach their trainers a few tricks. A circus elephant in southern Romania escaped from its cage and then pulled a disappearing act as police tried to track it down. After the animal was spotted, officers arrived at the location, only to find the creature had once again vanished. A city of 93,000 people was essentially shut down for hours while search parties combed the area. The huge beast was finally found on a nearby hill. The elephant's trainers were summoned to calm down the animal and return it to the circus. When asked how they let the beast escape, the trainers refused to acknowledge the blunder and said the pachyderm was deliberately released so it could enjoy the local scenery. Number 3. Canine cruise control. Animal trainers in New Zealand did something you'll either think is really cool or really crazy. They taught a couple of dogs how to drive. In 2012, a 10-month-old beardy crossbreed actually became the first dog in the world to drive a car. At the wheel of a specially modified Mini, he managed to negotiate a racetrack in New Zealand, and he was followed by a giant Schnauzer who accomplished the same endeavor. Trainers said they managed this by teaching the animals to steer a wooden cart that they pulled along on a string. Within 8 weeks, the dogs progressed to driving an actual motorized vehicle. Their front paws were placed on the steering wheel, while their rear paws were set on levers attached to the brake and accelerator. Most important, of course, the handlers ensured that the dogs were securely buckled up. Number 2. The Canine Einstein. Kirsty Forrester was not a professional animal trainer when she bought her little dog a few years ago. Her Shih Tzu Cooper turned out to be a fiercely intelligent pooch though, and after Ms. Forrester's steady training, Cooper can now perform up to 60 tricks, from the basic paw shake to counting how many treats are laid before him. It's thought that his skill levels approximate that of an 18-month-old baby. Cooper's owner and trainer says she started off with 4 months of puppy training classes. After the dog proved so intellectually advanced, she started training him at home. And the dog's favorite trick seems to be sorting shapes like squares and triangles and using his teeth to drop them in the proper slots. Number 1. Grizzly Man. Although this story does not involve an animal trainer per se, Jim Kowalczyk still seems to know how to keep his ursine friends under control. How else to explain letting a 1,500-pound Kodiak bear take a marshmallow from your mouth? Mr. Kowalczyk and his wife Susan have cared for Jimbo the bear for nearly 23 years. The animal first arrived as a bottle-fed cub at the couple's haven for injured or unwanted animals in upstate New York. Jimbo is actually among 11 bears staying at the couple's nonprofit Orphaned Wildlife Center. Experts strongly advise not to get up close and personal with bears, even if they're captive animals. There's always a chance the instincts could take over, and not to mention the inherent dangers of rolling about with an animal that weighs close to a ton. But Mr. Kowalczyk brushes aside those concerns, saying that his hands-on approach seems as natural as petting a dog. Well, since he's never been injured, that approach seems to work, for him anyway. But that seems pretty risky to us.